Hello, my name is Isaiah Reyes, and today we're going to be talking about one of the strongest countries to ever rival the power of the United States, which is the Soviet Union. Today we're going to be talking about how the Soviet Union rose to power, how it maintained its power in between the years 1922 and 1991, and how it collapsed in 1991 of late December. So the first question we have to ask ourselves when talking about the Soviet Union is, how did it form? And for that, I had to go to History.com's article, Russian Revolution, Causes, Timeline, and Bolsheviks, in order to find the answer. In the article, it described the First Industrial Revolution as one of the main causes for the upheaval and uprising of the people in Russia. When Russia did eventually get to the Industrial Revolution, there were problems including overpopulation, food shortages, and famine, and there was corrupt government under the monarchy of Nicholas II, which did cause room for Vladimir Lenin, a revolutionist and Bolshevik, to come into the government and take over in 1917, with the eventual formation of the Soviet Union in 1922. So now I've answered the first question. Let me go to the second question, which is, how did the Soviet Union maintain its power? And to answer that question, according to World Book Encyclopedia, published in 1969's category, Russia, Union for Soviet Socialist Republics, Soviet Union is essentially a glove, with the outer covering being the government and the people over it, and the hand being the government and the people in control of the government, including dictators such as Joseph Stalin and Nikita Khrushchev. Now, the government is controlling the country. That's what communism is. That's pretty much what communism it stands for. Basically controlling the lives of people and how they spend money, how much food they eat, how much sleep they get, how much water they get, rationing everything. Basically, the government controls everything that the individuals in the country do. And now that I've answered the second question, let me go to the third question and final question, which is, how did the Soviet Union fall after 69 years to be precise? How did the Soviet Union fall after 69 years of power and play? And to answer this question, I had to go to Brikana's webpage under Michael Ray, called Why Did the Soviet Union Collapse?, published in August 25th, 2023. According to the article, Soviet Union collapsed because of openness and reconstruction. Mikhail Gorbachev, the president of the Soviet Union at the time, president, not dictator, he established himself as president, wanted to make reforms that would make the Soviet Union better due to the stagnation of the country, which is the inflation and prices. However, when he opened his policy of openness, glasnost, and reconstruction, perestroika, it only made the situation worse, as the individuals were more aware of what was going on and more critical to how the Soviet Union was running things. Essentially, the military financial position that the Soviets were in was dire, and because of these causes, the effect was Soviet Union collapsed in late December of 1991. Now, in conclusion, because the Soviet Union was one of the most powerful countries in the world, we do have to show respect to it in a certain way. However, because it was ultimately unsuccessful, despite the 69 years of success, we can see that the Soviet Union's ways, it could have been better, it could have been worse, multiply worse, because as you've seen, there are many countries out in the world that are worse in some circumstances. However, we do have to acknowledge that the Soviet Union was a very powerful country, and because of that, we can learn we can use this knowledge of the Soviet Union to better ourselves and other countries for generations to come. Thank you.